Hello again, friends and neighbors. Drew Johnson here, East Region Grain Origination Manager with Agtegra with the weekly market update. Technical weakness and favorable weather conditions here in the U.S. has continued to pull the market lower as we've seen over the last 2 weeks, but at least to end out the week there seems to be some sort of stability building in all the commodities. On the corn side of things, the corn market has stabilized some to end the week, with July and December futures holding support right around 410 and 440 respectively. Weekly crop conditions on the U.S. corn crop stayed the same at 67% good to excellent, and planting of the U.S. corn crop was at 97% complete as of Monday. On Thursday, the USDA released the June WASDE Report. The report was somewhat bearish due to an increase in South America production numbers and higher than expected world ending stocks. Some of the highlights were U.S. exports were increased by 25 million bushels to 3.325 billion bushels, but this was offset by a reduction of 25 million bushels in the ethanol crush, which came in at 5.575 billion bushels. Imports into the U.S. was increased by 3 million bushels, and thus increasing the U.S. ending stocks to 2.145 billion bushels. New crop estimates saw no major adjustments into the U.S. production, and estimated production was at 15.995 billion bushels. Estimated ending stocks for the 26-27 marketing year came in at 1.96 billion bushels. On the world side of things, Argentina and Brazil corn production was increased 2 and 3 million metric tons to 61 and 138 million metric tons respectively, with world carryout on corn increased by 3.68 million metric tons to 281.22 million metric tons. Soybeans are also trying to find support as this market has moved lower. July and November futures are looking to hold support right around 11.10 and 11.30 respectively. Weekly crop conditions as of Monday have soybeans rated 65% good to excellent versus 68% this time last year, with planting seen at 92% complete. The June WASDE report was considered neutral to the bean market, thus did not provide any opportunity for funds to re-engage and move this market higher. Report highlights the 25-26 carryout stayed the same at 340 million bushels. Soybean crush was increased 20 million bushels to 2.65 billion bushels, but this was offset by a reduction of 20 million bushels in U.S. exports, and that came in at an estimate of 1.510 billion bushels. As for the new crop side of things, there was no change in estimates to the U.S. soybean production, which came in at 4.435 billion bushels, and no change in crush or export estimations, and they remain at 2.75 and 1.63 billion bushels respectively. The 26-27 crop year carryout also remained the same at 310 million bushels. Argentina soybean production was increased 2 million metric tons to 50 million metric tons, with the Brazil soybean production staying the same at 180 million metric tons. World carryout for soybeans was slightly increased to 124.88 million metric tons. And finally, on to the wheats. Wheat, like the other commodities, is closing out the week finding some support at 6.20 for July winter wheat futures and 6.40 for September spring wheat futures. U.S. winter wheat conditions were down a point week over week at 25% good to excellent, with 11% of the U.S. winter wheat crop harvested as of Monday. This is 5 points ahead of average. Spring wheat crop conditions as of Monday was 52% good to excellent and is in line with last year, and 98% of the crop has been planted. The USDA WASDE report was somewhat supportive to the wheat markets, and here are some of the highlights. The 25-26 carryout was unchanged at 935 million bushels. New crop numbers for all U.S. wheat. Total estimated production came in at 1.543 billion bushels, and this is down 22% from the 25-26 year and the smallest estimated crop since 1972. Total supply came in at 2.618 billion bushels, and this is down 12% year over year. There was no real change in usage to the USDA, and as the estimated carryout for the 26-27 crop year will be right around 744 million bushels. As always, for any marketing opportunities and market information, please contact your local grain marketing specialist. We are here to help. That's what we do.